Hi, Vicky, Crystal, and Miss Jacqueline.
Hi, everyone.
Wow. 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 That's all I can bring forward is wow right now. The energies that are so forward right now are so present right now. It's just so magnificent. They're just so precision.
I know that your room is in blues, but the blues are more vibrant.
Wow.
You see a blue tint kind of around behind me a little bit, but yes.
Oh, these lights came back on. They've been off. I couldn't get them to work.
Wow.
Thank you.
Yes, light to light. Wow.
Right. Wow. In the last video.
Yes.
Wow. I got chills right now.
Yes.
Yeah. Wow. It's so funny. Once again, I've seen that skipping circle. Like we're just skipping through each circle of our life. So, yeah, I love it. So as we're all coming on, we're all connecting into these higher dimensional selves of us. I had an amazing experience that happened to me this morning. So I went into a meditation, and I'm going to bring forward this meditation, and then I feel Astron's going to come forward, or even Saint Germain, because he's really showing up in my presence right now. So, wow, I got chills in my heart right now. Like my heart is just like, so yeah, wow, I'm just allowing. So this is powerful, you know what I mean? And all this stuff just looks crazily amazing, but it is what it is. So what happened is I went into meditation, and I was just sitting there, just feeling all comfy, and instantly I was taken to the crags, which the crags is the Akashic record, just right beside Mount Shasta. And I just really was just like, it's like I bonded there. Well, then I was with these beings, and they were showing me so much, and yeah. So the intervenes and gateways, and so
Wow.
instantly I was on the shifter, and I was in the clouds. When I was in the clouds, we were looking. And when I go on a shifter, it's like I merge with that shifter. I am part of every being. I am part of the ship. It's not like you're separate. You're a part of it. You could feel the energy flowing through it, the sound of it, the beingness of it. So when I was on there, we were looking out, and it always looks to me like a big screen TV. And but yeah, it's just there. But anyway, I was looking at Mount Shasta, and so I was just really connecting in. I could just feel myself just really connecting to Mount Shasta. She's the crown energy of the world.
Yes.
And so as I was connecting, all of a sudden the crown explodes. I'm in awe. I'm in like blown away. I can't believe this is happening. That's not what I expected. I'm just merging with her. And then I see the crown explode. And what shot out of her was this energy, it was like a rainbow. I have to explain it. It was literally like a rainbow, just exploded. And I felt it, like even in my crown, I feel that it's happening within me. And so, yeah, wow, yeah, powerful stuff. So, wow, I just feel like floating right now. Anchor the sand, ground the sand, allow it to be, it's pure. I find it.
Wow.
Let it run through you. Yes. I, Astron and present in the beloved channel, have stepped aside. We are grounded in the energy here and now. This is accurate for what this is happening in this beloved channel's life. She is acclimating into where she has been and where she is going. She is acclimated into the nowness here and now, right before your eyes. You are feeling this. You are feeling the wholeness of yourself, or you are dropping into that of yourself. You are part of You are all merging into the explosion, as you call it, and yourself that is happening, into a newness of you, a rebirth. This individual, this beloved channel, is rebirthing into a lighter version of her.
Wow.
She is going through a process, and she has been through the preparation before, and she is realizing this as she is stabilizing this own frequency of herself, as she is merging into the beingness of her present state of where she is being. She is merging to what she has walked through. As she is merging to what she has walked through, she is seeing the examples of the placements of the experience of how they have been birthed into her own present life through each individual that came into that moment, present state for her, as an exchange on many different levels, each being brought forward its own potential into its pure state of its own self, as she has allowed herself to move into the present state of her beingness. She is now connecting to the Akashic Records, which is in the correct state. It is built even in your record states in your history. It is built there many eons before the Mount Shasta, the crown, was taking its placement there. As it was creating itself and the energies were merging, the information was being stored in the cracks, in the Akashic Records. There's many what we are calling warrior guardians that are coming forward, for you are merging as this beloved channel, two worlds together. So you are merging the ancientness of yourself and you are merging your future self. This beloved channel has allowed her experience to go there. She has connected into this. You are feeling that in your beingness. As you are merging into this lightness of you, your placement is not by accident that you are there. Your placement is exactly where you need to be. When you merge into the placement beneath your feet, you will connect into the beings that you are. Even if there are not ley lines, you will connect to the beings and you will lay new ley lines beneath your feet. You are all creating a new world here and now as you are connecting, as you are merging into the new beingness of yourself, just showing up. Ask you. As we have talked much here now, do you have any questions, Miss Chapman?
I'm just in awe, but when you're talking about Craig's and Akashic Records, I just saw in my heart's eye me hugging the Craigs, the rock. I just saw myself.
Many stories are held there. Many information is held there. Much is held there. Everything is held there.
Yes.
And so you're returning to those beings, those parts of you. And it is just not held here in this world plane. It is throughout the world plane. There are many Akashic records that are activating themselves again. For there are beings that are opening up the gateways to this, as this beloved channel is doing that. She is bringing the Akashic records in a way, as many beings are doing this, to the present state now. You are feeling this.
Yes.
You are allowing yourself to connect to this frequency. She is bringing forth the energy in the physical plane. And you are feeling this as you are breathing into yourself. Everything is realizing it's surfacing and taking its place in here that has always been here. Maybe in a shadow state, it is resurfacing itself. It has always been in the corner, and now it is fully present in its state. And that's where you're all going. As you step onto the rainbow bridge, you will learn all your abilities. You will become yourself in your heightened state. And the rainbow bridge will cure all the memories of this and everything. This is where the Akashic Records is for the merging of the two worlds. It is not held anymore in one world. It has merged into two worlds, now emerging into a self. The bridge, the rainbow bridge, that is bringing forth the colors of each story, tune, and part of you.
I feel that.
You will heighten here in every aspect as you are. The ways of the being, of the light ones who are already there in the guided state of self, are already holding and merging that energy here. They are the energy that has held it here. The rainbow bridge, the ancient ones, the indigenous. They have held the merging here this whole time. They have known this. And they are heightening to all of that they are. Just as you are. As you are all taking your own places in your own experience, to get out of the way of yourself is to allow the energy to go fully and not try. We're using this word try. Or you hold yourself and twisting and turning the energy to fit it into how it feels and how you want it to be in your life. And it is not filled with attachments when it comes in purity. So when you are manipulating energy in within yourself, that's where the manipulation is taking place. How can I make this fit into my present state? When you let it go in its purity, it will always reside in its purity, without bounds, unlimited. And you return to the states. Many of you beings think that this Nivaya is the fifth dimension, but this is not accurate. Nivaya is free of frequencies and bounds and limitations of words. Every frequency is held on Nivaya. Nothing is limited there. As you are feeling this now, as this little channel holds Nivaya's energy through her beingness, she has allowed her expression to blossom and fold and shine to the world. And we come through more clear, without filters. You can feel this in your heart.
Yes.
Many of you in old paradigm, as channels came through, there's many filters around, and they pass through it. And as you connect to your whole beingness, these filters fade away. And there is a purity happening here and now. And as you are connecting, you are learning your own frequency of how to feel it in this pure form. When you are allowing the energy to just run through you, you feel the energy of its full presence. That's why maybe some of you are feeling your body right now alive.
Yes.
Well, we are activating that. As you are returning, you will learn with tools, as you call them, or abilities, This beloved channel loves abilities because it sounds like that's accurate to her. But many people have labels upon things. So as you use your abilities and they learn to heighten, you are learning the purity of ability because they are also shifting and changing. They are not steady. They were never meant to be steady. They were meant to grow and expand as you are. The being beneath you, you will call Mother Gaia. She is so part of you. You are part of her.
Yes.
And as she is growing, expanding, you are also. And you are stepping out of your present state into a new, unfamiliar place. But it is real. And it is here. And those of you who are ready are tuning into this. In many places, it will bring forward a lot of unfamiliar feelings that you're feeling in your body frame. We have never felt this before. And when high energy meets low energy, there is turbulence. And something has to show up. It is for you how you focus upon it, how it is showing it up. And you will want to push it out of them because they will not want to realize their own stuff. You will do this until you do not. As you are moving through each one of your own experiences, you are reconnecting to the purity that is beneath you, that all things are part of you. Even to the grain of dirt or sand beneath your feet, you are part of that. To the wind, to the sounds that you hear are part of that. The presence that is being coming forward now, there are beings just as this beloved channel who are locking it in. As we brought forward the example through the galactic and all places that she holds her energy, for she is that. She literally broke open the crown of herself and of a new world. And it is for all to discover this. For this is happening not just within this individual being, but for other individual beings that are part of her journey that are coming together now. They are bringing forth what has always been set to bring forward. And you are all taking your place in there. Part of that.
Wow.
Each individual adding your own collective, co-collective creations of itself being created here and now. Do you understand this, beloved?
Yes, I do. Yes.
Perfect. Is there any other questions?
Oh, no. Wow. Oh. I'm just in awe.
Perfect place to be.
Yes.
We're feeling that the coming to the ending is perfect right here and right now.
Thank you. Wow.
You are all tuning in to the lightest version of you.
Yes.
Allow it.
I allow.
And it is so, so it is. I do.
Wow.
Wow. Wow. Wow. Wow.
Thank you.
Wow. Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. 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 I just feel so lit up. Thank you all.
Wow, my body temperature. Woo!
I know my kundalini is like shot off. I'm sweating down the back of my back. So yeah, my kundalini energy is just like.
Wow! 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 Wow!
Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. I just felt in awe, and then thank you. I just feel so much gratitude for me allowing this experience to come forward.
Oh my God!
Fully and completely. And for me to be a better version of me each time I show up. And by being tuned in, being tapped in and turned on,
Yeah.
present in my state, it is allowing me to be at home all the time. And I'm so honored in that presence.
Wow. I am in complete awe.
So I send love to all of you. May you all be blessed and all that are tuning in and tapping in. We got this.
Yes, we do. Yes, we do. Yes, we do.
I send love to all of you.
I love you all.
May you all blessed. And I am making